Hi there, sweetie. Welcome in. Welcome to Lyra's. Make yourself comfortable. Have a seat. We're so glad that you've chosen us to help you with your fall glow up. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer. I don't even really like calling this a glow up consultation because really I'm just here to help facilitate guiding you into an aesthetic and internal transition with the fall season. Let's make this autumn your best. Sound good? Great. This is going to be all about you. I want to make sure you are absolutely comfortable, and I want to make sure you feel your absolute best. Sound good? Amazing. So by the end of this, we will have a personalized plan for lifestyle and aesthetic needs to help shift you in to the autumn season and let you shine. Sound great? Amazing. I did pull up your paperwork and all your consultation stuff, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be going off of. We did also reach out to your therapist, your primary care, and also your skincare doctor as well. We really want this to be a holistic approach. We want to make sure that we're not recommending anything that will trigger anything. We also want to make sure that we are doing right by you in terms of what is best for your health. Sound good? Great, awesome. Does everything make sense so far? Great. Can I get you a water or anything? Okay, awesome. Just take a deep breath for me. You seem a little nervous. Okay. Well, let me get started right here. So let me ask you a few questions. Would you be okay if I were to touch your hair and your face really quickly? Of course. Oh my gosh, you have such a good aesthetic going on. I love it. Can I ask you though, is this natural? It is fantastic. It is absolutely glorious. It's very fall too. I love it. Okay. So I need you to tell me a little bit about your lifestyle, your day, and what the next couple months is going to look like for you. Okay. Okay. And that's every day? Great. Do you typically wear your hair up, down? Okay, that's perfect. How often do you prefer to wash it? Okay. And then, how much maintenance do you like? Because we can make it so that you don't have to do much in the morning. You just kind of and go. Or we can do a style that requires a little bit more hands-on. Perfect. Great, great, great. How do you typically start your day? Amazing. Great. And then as you go throughout your day, how do you transition from school, work, all the stressful things into a more relaxed evening? Awesome. Okay. There's some things we can do there. Does sound like a peaceful way to end the day. Maybe we can incorporate some seasonal elements into your routine, like a warm spiced tea before bed, or a few minutes of deep breathing to clear your mind a little bit. Yeah, of course, these little rituals can make a massive difference in how you feel both physically and mentally. Great. Awesome. And is there anything that the questionnaire didn't cover that you really feel is important for me to know with how to approach your fall glow up? Okay, that's perfect. And what are you expecting to get out of this? Amazing. Okay. Let me ask about self-care. Like on the weekends, are there any things that just feed your soul, or things that you're looking forward to this season that typically feed your soul? Pumpkin patch, classic. I love it. So definitely like a cider, hot chocolate. Yeah, absolutely. Super important question. How do you feel about those little cookies with the jack-o'-lanterns on them? Love it. Okay. Amazing. Are there any creative endeavors? Okay. I love it. Amazing. All right. Now that I have a better idea of you, I want to talk a little bit about color analysis. So what we do is we have a team of specialists that will analyze. Remember those headshots we took? So we have a team of specialists that will analyze your face, your hair, and what is going to look best with your skin tone. And from there, we'll be able to figure out which shades of colors are going to suit you best. And at the end of this, we will give you a full rundown of what those are. Sound good? Awesome, my dear. Okay, so just to be clear, when I say color analysis, I'm not going to say that, oh, you can't wear red at all. It depends on the shade of red. Is it cooler? Is it warmer? Is it more vibrant? Yeah, because different colors tend to set off things in our skin tone. Does that make sense? Perfect. Love it. Amazing. So I'm gonna say right off the bat that you are probably an autumn, but I do want to wait for a team of experts to take a look. But I'm really thinking that earthy tones, like a warm rust color, rich burgundies, and soft, like mustard yellows are gonna really suit you well. But if it's more cooler tones that suit you better, we can also play with like soft grays, deep plums, forest greens, and any one of those shades. Like, think of like a cozy sweater and how it would complement your complexion. Great. Right off the bat, any colors that you are like, oh, yikes, please don't do that. Okay, perfect. So it's always good to know. So we won't do that. Okay, so that being said, I'm willing to make a safe bet that it's probably gold jewelry, not silver for you. Thought so. Perfect. Well, I'll get the team started on the color analysis, and then again, at the end of this, you will get all of this information. Great. Awesome. So I want to talk just a little bit about style. There's kind of a stereotypical fall aesthetic, but I kind of want to get into the nitty-gritty about what you prefer. Are you more of a classic New England kind of aesthetic? Yeah, like Gilmore Girls. Okay. Or are you more of the leggings, boots, big scarf kind of aesthetic? Yeah, those are not the only two, but it does just help me kind of guide. Okay. Oh, I love it. So we are going to want to make sure we get really, really into like the specific cut of the coat that you want to use this season the most. Typically speaking, when we recommend coats, we do want to use that as the neutral. Yeah, like the blacks, the camel tan kind of color, the brown, because it goes with so much. But if you're willing to invest more to have a few fun pieces, we can make it more of a bold statement. Perfect. So I will send this information over to your stylist along with the rest of that portion of the questionnaire concerning your personal style. Is there anything else you wanted to add to them? Because they also will be sending you a fun little packet of information. Great. Perfect. And is there anything that if my stylist recommended to you, you would hate? Like, are you high-waisted jeans girly, or never in my life, or any thoughts? Okay, perfect. That is super helpful. Great. Great. Next, we are going to chat about skin care. Now, I did mention I talked with your doctor. We do reach out. I like to get on board with everyone's dermatologist to make sure that we are not going to recommend anything contrary to what they would recommend. Because while we are an aesthetic salon, it does not mean that there aren't underlying issues that we don't know about. Great. I do have a team of estheticians that are analyzing your skin. I did notice that you mentioned that it's kind of a combination situation. Yeah. So it was oily when you were younger, but now you're noticing areas that are more congested, more dry. Yeah, it happens. Absolutely. Okay. This is something to really consider. We may just need to make sure that you are getting adequate exfoliation without being too much. So we want to make sure that we exfoliate so it's not congested, but if you do it too much, you're really going to dry out. And sometimes that means using certain cleansers in some areas and other cleansers in others. Great. Is there anything that you are sensitive to? Yeah, I did ask you that in the questionnaire. However, it's really important that I make sure we get that clear before I send it over to the team. Great. Awesome. Well, they have that. Is there anything else I can let them know? Amazing. The biggest thing that as we transition into fall, the air is going to start becoming more dry. Yeah. And we want to make sure that we are adequately hydrated. And they will definitely have words for you about that. Great. Because we definitely want some glowing skin. Great. Talk to me real quick about sunscreen. Okay. I'm really glad that you used it really well throughout the summer. Can you commit to still using it throughout the fall? Okay. Definitely make sure we are protecting our skin. I think it's really easy to forget the fall. I feel like a lot of people do start wearing it again in the winter because they realize that when there's snow on the ground, the light reflects up, and it's kind of like a double whammy. But in the fall, we kind of get a little lax about it. Great. Absolutely. You did mention that you do a lot of skincare in the morning, but your nighttime skincare is where it gets you. Yeah. At the very least, make sure you're removing your makeup. Absolutely. But yeah, are you open to adding that in? Okay, great. Well, I can have them formulate a good routine for you. Again, gentle things you don't want to add like anything crazy in. Yeah, because we want to make sure when we add things in, it's one at a time, so we make sure the skin takes to it pretty well. Great. Awesome. Next, I want to talk about your hair. Again, absolutely to die for. That is beautiful. I know many that would kill for that color. What are your goals? Talk to me a little bit about that, because again, I read it, but I want to kind of hear it from your mouth. Okay. So you want a little bit more movement, a little more volume. Got it. Got it. So you don't want to lose some length, but you definitely want that kind of like cascading. All right. Talk to me about the texture. Is this natural or is this... Okay. So you do have some texture. Got it. Awesome. Okay. Great. And with that body and that movement you're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that our stylists are probably going to recommend some pretty aggressive layering. Does that sound good? It'll probably bring back some of your natural waves and curls. Yeah, because what's happening is everything's kind of weighing it down a little bit, and it'll just bring it up. So you're going to lose a little bit of length that way, but not much because you're going to get so much body and movement. And honestly, showering will feel so much better. You'll feel lighter, but also thicker and denser. It's very interesting. Also, based off of your questionnaire, a few things right off the bat that we would like to include in your package. Silk pillowcase. It's a must. It's definitely going to protect that hair, particularly as we get to that dry air. It's going to help keep it looking shiny and healthy. And if you're feeling adventurous, we can adjust the color a little bit, but I almost really don't want to. A lot of people typically go darker. I don't know, if anything, I don't know, maybe like maybe brown low lights, but I don't want to touch it personally. What really matters is what you want though. Okay. What we'll do is we'll have you consult with the stylist and see if they have any thoughts, but particularly based off your color analysis too. Great. We can also take a look at some inspiration together if you just don't know. Great. The next thing we need to talk about is your hair care routine. How many times a week are we washing it? Is it more than a week? What are we at? Okay. Great. Okay, we definitely need to talk about a leave-in conditioner. Definitely at the ends, we'll talk to the stylist about other products, but I think that we're going to have to add that in. Occasionally, when we do a lot more leave-in products, we may need to add an occasional clarifying shampoo to make sure we're getting everything out. Yeah, but the moisture and the protection is super, super worth it. Great. Are you happy with your current shampoo and conditioner? Okay, I'll let them know. They can just try a few things on you, see what you like. Yeah. You do have any aversions to any specific scents? Okay. And of course, they can do more fall kind of scents. There's an almond scented one. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. I will. Okay, so not perfect. I got you. Awesome. I like where we're headed with this because a lot of time people just like want to chop everything off and make a massive change. And that's great. But all of this that we want to do here is do a subtle aesthetic change to just kind of bring you in and elevate your look for the new season. Yeah, I'm super excited. The last thing that I wanted to chat with you about is overall wellness. This is what I mean when I don't love calling this a glow up. It's not just about the outside aesthetic, it's about how you feel on the inside and the way you're taking care of yourself. Yeah, as the days get shorter, it's really important to make time for self-care. Depending on what's going on around you, it can be dark by 5 o'clock, and it's hard enough not just to go straight to bed and make time for you. Okay, talk to me about your evening routine again. Okay. How do you feel about adding maybe a hot cup of spiced tea, a good book, calming music? Okay, great. Well, this is one section where we do consult with your therapist on some more mindfulness practices that we can add and work in tandem with the rest of your healthcare team. That's kind of the idea of this particular salon, if you will. It's kind of forcing healthcare to be more cohesive. Yeah. Well, that sounds perfect. Fall is the ideal time to slow down, reflect, even if it's just a few minutes of deep breathing. Yeah. What do you feel about journaling? Absolutely. We can absolutely. Okay. Have you considered like yoga or like evening walks? Great. Awesome. Well, again, we'll consult with your therapist and see if there's anything that they believe that would really be beneficial to you. But again, it matters what you feel like is going to breathe life into you this season. Great. Little changes like these can really help you feel more balanced and connected as the season changes. It's about creating a realistic routine too. We don't want to add on so much that you're overwhelmed with all the to-dos. Exactly. All right, my love, let's do a little bit of a recap. In terms of color analysis, I had the team bring it over, and it's all right here on the table. They did find that rich, earthy tones like rust and burgundy, mustard yellow are definitely going to suit you. You are absolutely an autumn. We do want to explore a little bit of forest greens, but in the right shade. So, a few wardrobe updates. Cozy sweaters, chic coats can really make a big impact. Potentially some Chelsea boots. Great, awesome. The stylist did have some information for you as well. They have a bunch of recommendations. If there's anything you'd like to purchase, we do have recommendations of where to get these things. And we can have them sent right to you. Great. In terms of skincare, we definitely want to be adding a richer moisturizer and a hydrating serum. And we will be consulting with your dermatologist for specific recommendations on exfoliation and how much is too much. Don't forget, continue using your sunscreen. And we're adding in a nighttime routine as well. Great, awesome. For hair care, I did speak to the stylist. They definitely do want to do a deep conditioning treatment. Your stylist may or may not want to add protein into the equation. It just kind of depends. Yeah, it depends on what comes back from their analysis, but they will be emailing you later. Great. We definitely do want to do the silk pillowcase, and that is in your bag. Great. And finally, for overall wellness, we do want to be adding in a nighttime routine rather than just heading the hay altogether. Yeah. Everything we chatted about today will be emailed to you. Absolutely. Remember, this is about making you feel radiant, confident, and all those wonderful things that make you you.